What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. And today, we're going to be going over this case of a cosmetic doctor who was poisoning her husband with Drano, and I would assume other substances over a period of time. The husband went to the doctor with mysterious illnesses. He had no idea what was wrong with him, and he decided to set up a camera to find out what the hell the problem was. Now, look, you guys. In life, relationships can be difficult between a child and parents, between your aunt and uncles, between your cousins, your friends. But there's no more difficult of a relationship than a marriage. It's a lifelong partnership where you have to look at each other basically every day for the rest of your lives. That's what it's supposed to be anyway. And in relationships, all type of stuff go through people's mind, but they very rarely act on it. And in this case, this lady decided to commit a crime. Now in the world, there's crime. There's all type of crimes going on around the world, especially in the United States. Now, excuse me, hold on. Now, you have different kinds of crime. You have crimes of passion, where a man or a woman comes home and find their significant other in the bed with another person. In that crime, a person, in that moment, that person can, they can flip out. They can lose it. They're just so passionate in the moment that they end up harming or hurting or killing somebody. You have crimes of ignorance. 14, 15, 16-year-old kid whose brain hasn't completely developed yet, who doesn't understand the consequences and repercussions of their actions as far as like being in a gang or being a follower, or hanging around kids who only have bad intentions, and they kill or hurt or harm somebody. They might do a drive-by and they never see the body hit the ground. They were just doing what they heard in music or what they seen on TV or what their friends pumped them up to do. Then you have crimes that are heinous acts: pedophilia, kidnapping, raping, and torture. And this crime that this lady is committing is on the same level as that, you guys. She was poisoning her husband and was willing to slowly watch him die. That is sick, disgusting, and disturbing. Let's take a look at the clip.
Determine if they're going to charge an Irvine dermatologist for allegedly poisoning her husband. Police arrested Dr. Emily Yu after her husband videotaped her pouring Drano into his drinks. Detectives say Dr. Jack Chen became suspicious after getting sick with unexplainable symptoms for more than a month.
Now look, the question I first would like to ask is this lady sleeping with somebody else? Because usually when a woman replaces a man, she's mentally checked out. And she might not do little things like she did cook, give a little fellatio. Normal stuff that happens when relationships starts to go downhill. But to poison a man, it's either one or two things. Either it's insurance money, well, she's a doctor. But money is the root of all evil and greed knows no bounds. Or she has another man. Or it could be a combination of the two. We've seen that before too. Money and a new man. So it'll be interesting to, as this case unfolds, to see exactly why she was doing what she was doing. Keep the video going.
After receiving a diagnosis, Dr. Chen tried to figure what was poisoning him. He set up a camera and videotaped his wife spiking his hot teas with household chemicals.
Now I'm gonna ask you this: when you put Drano in tea, well, I don't know what Drano I don't know what Drano tastes like, but when you put Drano in tea, you would think that you would be able to taste it. Or maybe, like I said, it could be, Drano could have very little taste to it, but I would imagine it's a lot of chemicals in that shit, so it's gotta have some kind of taste.
Dude gets up, goes under the counter, gets the Drano from under the sink, peels back the saran wrap, pours in a little dollop, mixes it up, puts the saran wrap back, and puts the Drano back under the counter, and goes back to the table to finish her breakfast.
Couple has been married for...
This lady is a real demon. She has a real demonic spirit on her. To poison somebody and slowly watch them die, y'all. That's like the movie Hostel. Remember the movie Hostel where they was torturing and killing people in a slow and pathetic way? I mean, it's not pathetic, but a slow and a methodical way. I mean, just unbelievable and just ridiculous. And I know he had to have been absolutely devastated, but I would imagine there were signs that something wasn't right with this lady. You know what I mean? Something wasn't right. He had to start to realize that something was going on. That's why he set up a camera in that house. He knew that this lady was up to no good.
10 years and has kids.
And puts the Drano back under the counter, and goes back to the table to finish her breakfast.
Couple has been married for 10 years and has kids aged 7 and 8. Dr. Chen has filed for divorce as a restraining order against his wife. Dr. Yu is out on a $30,000 bail due in court next week. Dr. Chen suffered from internal injuries and is now recovering.
Now look, you guys. They let this lady out on $30,000. They treated the case like it wasn't that big of a deal. He has a little restraining order against his wife, obviously. She wants to kill him and wants to see him dead. But that had to have been terrifying as hell. They said they had 2 children together. What the hell do you tell the kids? You know. And let me ask you another question. If you the kids, boy, you go do every piece of homework, every chore. You scared to death at dinner time. Mom, like, you want something to drink? You thirsty? Hell no. Motherfucker got cotton mouth. He barely can swallow. I mean, it ain't funny, y'all, but it's just, I'm trying to make light of a serious situation, man. It's terrible. It's heinous and disgusting and disturbing, but as a child, think about that, y'all. Imagine your mama was poisoning your daddy, and then mama talking about it's dinner time. Oh, no, you don't, mama. Shit, talking about you want some rice and chow mein. I don't think so. Not yours. Shit, we going to Panda. Take me to Panda Express. Hell, and I don't want you to buy the plate. Let me get my own plate. Listen to me. She can't bring nothing to the, what they had them things that work, the potluck. Thanksgiving dinner. Anything. You can't cook for nobody. We don't want you to poison no water. We don't want you doing nothing with nothing. You stay over there and drink your own sweet tea, lady. Hot tamale, y'all. Only in America. But hey, man. The moral of the story is, man, if something's going on and you feel like something's wrong, you're probably right. You're probably right. That man went with his instincts and said something ain't right. Set up that camera, and he knocked it out of the park, and he saved his life. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on one hell of a You Can't Trust Nobody with the Drano ride. Peace.